Hey everybody, I'm Steph,
I'm Michael
and today we are giving a rules overview for Word Colony, the base game.
from Pegasus Spiel. This game plays 2 to 4 players and has a box playtime of 30 to 90 minutes, depending on whether you want to play the quick game, the master game, or the epic game.
Oh, okay, nice.
So, if you enjoy word games, this might be what you're looking for.
It's a trivia mashup with a word game.
Right.
So you're word building, you're trying to get cards to make the words happen on your tableau, but you need to get the correct answers.
That's right. And before I go any farther, I should mention there's also a word colony for kids and several word colony
Expansion packs,
expansions,
yeah.
like this around the world expansion.
Yeah, actually on the side of the box shows like five more.
Wow.
So you can get the themes you like for the games to maybe get questions that more hone in on your skills.
That's right. So thanks to Pegasus Spiel for providing us copies of all of these word colony games, but they didn't give them to us in exchange for this video. They gave them to us because they know we like to play all the games. Let's take a look at this while I teach you all the rules. So choose your game type. If you're playing a quick game, it's going to be to 40 points, a master game to 70, an epic game to 100 points. Everyone's going to take a pawn and the corresponding 4 answer cards. Obviously, I play blue, so I'm going to take this water world token. Look, you can pull your little playing token right out of the token here, right out of the
Holder.
pawn. Yeah, the holder. Place your pawn on the 0 space and deal 5 cards to each player. So, as you'll notice, these cards not only have letters, they also have questions on them. So, to determine who's going to start the game, draw a letter card from the box. Whoever's closest to A is going to go first. And then you're going to start the round by drawing a card and then choose any card in your hand and read the question. So I might say, where did karaoke originate? Japan, Germany, India, or Russia? And you're going to take your cards. Everyone else are going to take the cards and choose what they think is the right answer.
It sounds very Japanese to me.
So she's going to choose A for Japan.
Sure.
And she is indeed correct. So she is going to get 1 card from the box. Had she gotten this wrong, I would have received 1 card from the box. Now, I only get a card if everyone at the table answers incorrectly. That might be why I want to do a 2 or 3 point card. All the cards are values 1 to 3, except there are black cards that have negative values. If you use a black card for a question, you are not taking away cards, you are taking away points. So, if I ask this question and people get it wrong, they're going to lose 1, 2, or 3 points based on the black card that you choose. There's also a lot of crazy cards that will do different things, and each of these cards will say when you can play them. So always keep those in mind. So, whoever read the question can then start building as many words as they want. How do you build a word? All you have to do is take the letters from your hand and do something like this. Boom, pin. That's going to be a 4-point word. So, if I were to stop here and Steph were to go and she expands my word, she has conquered my word. She has to add new letters with a higher total score.
That might not have been higher.
Oh, yours have to be more.
Me.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so maybe I will have to do. Well, I don't have a good example right at the moment. Um, but yeah, if we now here's the catch. You cannot add words or letters to the beginning. You have to add it to the end. So there's a really good example in the rule book. For example, the word when. You could add EMAKER to make it winemaker.
Mm.
When is 4 points. The other letters in winemaker are 9 points. So that is more points than what is on the table. So she would conquer my word. Now,
like if I added wheel to this, it would be more.
Yes, pin wheel. Wheel for sure would be more than pin. And it is a word. So
yeah.
To prevent someone from stealing your words, you can either make it longer to where it's not possible for her to expand this word. However, that does not mean that this word is immune, because you can also conquer by building a new word over it. So if I did NAILS, I can take pin from somebody. Nails is bigger than pin, right? So I could actually, I think this part has to be more. Again, this is only 4 points and 4 points.
Right.
Oh, here we go. Nailed.
That's 5 and 4.
5 and 4. That would actually be more. Now, what happens when you have something like this? This is called a word colony. If you've got a word colony can never be conquered. So I would highly recommend, even if they are short words, get 2 of them down at the same time. Because if you do, it cannot be conquered.
Mm.
The next thing that you create, let's say I create pin and nail on the same round. I can then, this doesn't have to be longer if it's my own, because
Sure.
I'm not conquering my own. I can do lead and then keep going back and forth like this. You cannot start from the middle. You cannot from the like the A. I could not start from the A and go this way. It's always the last letter and going down from there. So,
or making a word longer.
Yes, you can always make you now. I can no longer make pin longer. I can no longer make nail longer.
No, it has to
I
be
can make lead longer.
Yeah, lead, or use the D going down.
That's correct. So that's how you develop colonies. A super colony is a minimum of 5 words in this little zigzag pattern. Once you get a super colony, you immediately get 5 additional points. Now, remember those black letters? Those black letters are worth minus points. So if you're not using them for a question, they're going to have to be used in your words. They will count against you in your score. So probably better used as a question. So, as I mentioned, you're going to get 5 points for your super colony. If you forget to announce you have reached 5 words in a super colony, you have to wait until your next turn to do so. If your super colony gets to 10 words, you may decolonize, which will double the total score of the first word you put in your colony, which makes it so you want a really good first word and then lock it down with a little second word.
A bunch of little words.
Yeah.
Until you get to 10.
Until you get to 10, then you're doubling your first word. Then you will keep the last word in your colony, right? And then you're going to gather everything else up together and put it in a separate deck of cards. Now, decolonization is optional. However, you may want to do it to get those tasty points. Now, that last word is going to be off by itself. Same rules apply. You want to make sure to lock it down to a colony. So, after I finish building my words on the table, my round, my turn ends. Then Steph is going to go. She's going to draw a card, ask her question. Same rules apply. Maybe she conquers mine. Maybe she adds to her own, whatever she can do. We go back and forth until somebody gets to whatever finish line. Now, you'll notice when you move from 40 up into 41, 70 into 71, those are checkpoints. You draw 2 extra cards each time you hit a checkpoint. So, if players reach the finish line with black cards in hand, those negative score points, they're going to reduce your total score on the scoreboard. You can't get out of losing those points by not putting them in a word and not asking a question.
I just wanted to make it clear, if a colony or a word is overtaken by another player, you will lose the point.
Yeah, you lose those. Not only do you lose those cards here, you lose those points.
So they will gain the points, you will lose the points.
So for win going to winemaker or pin to pinwheel,
yeah.
I lose my 4. You gain those 4 and yours.
Yes.
That you put.
Yes.
But that's the key. You've got to make a more point value word attached to the end of that word or attached to the last letter of that word to conquer it. So pro tip, don't be conquered.
Right.
And then you'll be fine. And that's how you make word colonies.
Nice. Well, that's cool. Good for those who love trivia and word challenging games. And then expansion pack. So, as you see, there are a lot of word cards and room to put those expansions into this box. This will give you 1 extra player color. Oh, nice.
And 100 new cards. So this already comes with, I believe, 500 cards. So this adds an extra 100, and each expansion after that is going to be an additional 100 cards. Let's see, we've got Inventions and Inventors. Around the World is this one. World Gastronomy, that's food. Human Body, and Fantastic Animals.
Awesome. Well, that is Word Colony.
From Pegasus Spiel.
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed this teach and you like to see games taught and playthroughs, then you'll enjoy our YouTube channel. Search for Board Gamer Steph and be sure to like and subscribe. Even better, you can join us live on twitch.tv/BoardGamerSteph, where we stream every Wednesday and Sunday night at 5 p.m. Central. And we stream 3 games or more every single stream. So come join us on Twitch, where we play all the games.
So for those on Twitch, we'll be right back.